Hey Lawn Care Nation, in this video we're going to talk about building brand loyalty with your clients by going the extra mile. Coming up. So hey Lawn Care Nation, in this video we're going to talk about building brand loyalty with your clients by going the extra mile. Now before we get into it, make sure you hit that subscribe button and click that notification bell so that you're notified right away when I make videos like this that have the potential to help make your business grow. So hey Lawn Care Nation, today during my last lawn of the day, I had a little incident pop up where I noticed that the client that I was mowing, their car was in the driveway, which it normally isn't, and I noticed that the lights were on and that they were all fairly dim. So to me that said that obviously they forgot to turn their lights off and that it had been sitting there for quite a while with those lights on because they are now dim. So I continued on and mowed the entire lawn, and once I was done, I didn't see the client anywhere, so I decided to knock on the front door. Now this is a client that I've had now for quite a long time. In fact, this was the very first client that I got when I left the franchise company that I was with and I started my own brand. So this was essentially client number one, and this client has been with me for all those years. Now this is a very elderly lady, so I went and rang the doorbell, and after a little bit I could hear her coming to the door. She opened it and she seemed a bit out of sorts, and she explained when I told her I just wanted to let you know that your car lights were on, and then she said something to the effect of like, oh dear, that she wasn't driving the car, that somebody else was driving the car for her and was helping her out by taking her to the doctor's office using her own car, and that that person must have forgot to turn the lights off when they got back, and that they had turned on the lights to go through the tunnel in part of the city. So she went to get the keys and she asked me if I'd be able to open the door and turn the lights off and see if the car would start. Like I said, she wasn't looking like she was feeling too well, so I took the keys, I went to the driveway, I opened the door and I turned the lights off, and I went to start the car and it was just click, 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 click. Like there was not enough battery power there to actually start the car. So I told her that the battery was done, and said that I probably have some jumper cables in the truck that I could jump start the car with. Unfortunately, the way she had her car parked, I wasn't able to get the truck up to the car with the way she had it sort of in the middle of the driveway. But I remembered that I had the 32-inch Exmark Staris stand-on mower in the back of the trailer, and that had a 12-volt battery on it, so I could unload the Staris because her lawn is quite small. I mow it with a 21, but I figured I could unload the Staris, pull up beside the car, and jump start it off of the Staris. So she, in the meantime, had opened the garage and had worked her way through the garage there to see how I was making out. I pulled the Staris off the trailer, pulled up to her car, and hooked up the jumper cables, and then got the car started. And you could see that she was so thankful for that, that not only was I getting the car started and helping her out in that moment, because as you can imagine, for an elderly lady, this was like a big ordeal that the car wasn't going to start. She relies on this vehicle for doctor's appointments and things like that. And although she did have a membership with one of those automobile and roadside assistance type services, it could mean having to sit there waiting for an hour and a half for somebody to show up. And like I said, she didn't look like she was feeling that well. Had gone to the doctor in the morning. Her friend had driven her to the doctor, and when I knocked on the door, where normally she's out doing some gardening when I'm there, she was inside and in bed. So, she was very thankful that, I was taking care of it for her. I got the car started. I let it run for a bit while I loaded up the rest of the equipment that I had, put the stars back on the trailer, and then she asked me if I'd be able to pull the car into the garage for her. So I pulled it into the garage for her. I turned it off. I turned it back on to see if it would start again. It started right away, so I knew, the battery was good. I reassured her that it would be fine. So once I got the car all in the garage and I was about to leave, she said, "How will I ever be able to thank you for this?" And I just said, "You just did. There's no need to thank you for, helping you out. I'm just glad that I was able to lend you a hand and get the car sorted for you so that you have nothing to worry about, tomorrow when you need to head off to your next doctor's appointment and things like that." And I just thought, after that, throughout the years, I've always taken opportunities like that to look out for my clients, for things like in that instance, giving them a jump start. In other instances, noticing clients that I service on a weekly basis that say always have their garage doors shut, but driving by and noticing that the garage doors were open and that the cars were gone, meaning that nobody was home, and phoning them and them, thanking me and saying that, it was so hectic when they left, that they left their garage door open, and was asking if I could step inside to press the button on the wall and close the garage door for them. And just so another time when I was mowing one of my customers' lawns that I knew they were on vacation, I noticed on the front lawn at the water meter where the water is regulated and the city comes and takes meter readings, that there was a whole bunch of water coming out of that area and that it was starting to flood part of the front yard. So I immediately texted them to let them know, and they were able to call the city and have somebody come out right away, even though they were in another country at the time, and it was all taken care of with no extensive damage because of the quick sort of response by me letting them know and then them contacting the city and the city sending out somebody right away. On other occasions, I've let customers know about parcels or packages that were delivered to their front door when I knew that they were away as well, or seeing a rat or a mouse on one of my customers' properties run to the corner of the house and crawl up a little siding sort of soffit there, and letting them know about that as well so that they could have that looked after and any holes plugged as well. So just doing things like that, that you see, keeping your eyes open, looking for little things that you can do that can go a long way in your client's eyes. And when the competition comes knocking and putting flyers with lower prices and things like that, it's those small things, those things that show that you actually care for your clients, that it's more than just, you're there just to cut their lawn, that you care for their properties, that you care for their well-being, that, you're looking out for them, can go a long way in building that brand loyalty. And like I say, when the competition comes around each and every spring, like they always do, putting their flyers on their front doors with lower prices and things to entice them, it's very unlikely that those clients would ever switch companies or go to somebody else because of say a lawn cut being $5 cheaper or things like that, when they know all of the care and the little things that you do for them throughout the year. So that's it for this one, guys. If you like this video, make sure you hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed yet, consider subscribing. Leave a comment down below and let me know a time in your lawn care business where you did something above and beyond for a client that helped build your brand loyalty. So if you like this type of how to start a lawn care business type video, I'll leave another one for you to watch up here in this corner, or I'll leave one of my other videos for you to watch up here in this corner. So that's it for this one, guys. Here's to wishing you guys all overwhelming success and freedom in your lawn care business. Bye for now.